Welcome to the start of a new anime review series. This is basically the Aristocrats' Outwardly Adventure anime review, episode number 1. For some reason when they adapt this series for the anime, this is not the actual name of the original series adapted from. The actual name of the series is completely different. It is known as Chronicles of an Aristocrat Reborn in Another World. I'm not sure why in the world the name was changed for, but it was. Now, like in the case of Farm of the World, I just couldn't get a chance to find the light novels this one, so I had decided early on I was going to read the manga, and that's what I did. I've currently read the first 40 chapters of the manga for the manga adaptation for the series, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And does, in fact, the anime follow the manga pretty closely? Yes, it does. From what I can tell anyways. So, it's a bit of a weird start for this one, so let's start this. So we start off with Katsuma Sosotoma, which you're thinking, wait, Katsuma? As in, wait, wasn't that also the name of the lead from Konosuba? Yes, but completely related character. He goes to a convenience store, saves 2 women from being stabbed, though he ends up dying anyways. And apparently, well, then he dies and he gets reincarnated in the world. They change voices for him. Now, get this. The woman, now basically Kane, he's reincarnated as Kane von Silford. That's his name. Kane von Silford. Which is just interesting. And by the way, this is the second series I come across where a guy gets reincarnated and he's already basically a child. And he dies in another world. This also happened with Parallel Pharmacy, but in the case of the difference between those two, that one he never actually met the guy. This one he did. So he also, of course, like they think it's really weird because his face is different. In fact, he's a 3-year-old. Yes, a 3-year-old child. And he's very curious about the world. He's basically taught him who his family is, who his sister is, obviously. When he wakes up, he's maid, Sylvia. Now, by the way, before I continue here, I should mention Kane's voice actress. Those of you fans of My Hero Academia, it's Earphone Jack. Yep, her voice actress. Also, guess what also famous character she's voiced? Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan. Yep. Yeah, lots of characters. This is the 12th series I come across her in it. And here's some of my weird coincidence. I'm hoping to get a chance to meet her next month at Central Comic-Con. Yes, seriously. I'm like, wow. I did not expect this at all. They come across a series where she's the star of the show. Because most of everything else she's been a supporting character, never the star. Oh, and not the first series come across where the lead character is voiced by a woman. Oh, and by the way, if you're really curious, so there's this like curiosity. I did look at how old she is. She is roughly about 6 years older than me. Yep, 6 years older. Doesn't look that bad for her age. She's looking pretty good for 40. Yeah, she's 40 right now. Yeah, the name of the woman is Tina. It is Tina Mashima, I believe it's Tina Nashimura. That's her name. And that's the voice actor for the show. We also introduced now Sylvia. Now, by the way, there is also a sister, Renee. She's voiced by Chris McGuire. Great voice actress she is. She was Sonoko in the Helpful Fox Sonoko song. She is Mleem from That Time of Carnage Time, Riri from Dr. Stone. Let's see. She is Tatami Nagame from My Hero Academia. She's also in How Not the Seven Demon Lord. She's the voice of Takuma Sakumo Young. Oh yeah, it's oh my gosh. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is basically yeah, she's the voice of a character known as Turtleneck in that series. Yep. Let's see. She's also, let's see, what else is she in here? She's in Super X Heroes as Mona Wakasi. Kaga several levels for as Erika Noroski. Kos combatants will be dispatched. She's the voice of Helene. I believe this is a woman in the show who basically constantly got groped by the main character for evil boys. Yes. Tina from Banished from the Hero Party. Great anime this is. And getting season 2, we're looking forward to it. Restaurant to the World as Myra. As a young Vasha Stampede from Trigon Stampede. She was in a couple episodes of Devil as a Part-Timer, one of the last series I watched here. And that's it. Yeah. Great she's in here. She's the older sister. Sylvia is voiced by Natalie Rose. Great voice actress. What series was here in it? She is Catherine Donovan from One Piece. Yes, Katarina. Yeah, this is the woman who's basically got who's got like a weird looking face. Yeah, that woman. Who's part of Blackbeard's crew. Yeah, she's the voice of that woman. Ire from Another World with my smartphone. Tamio Toyoshi from Card Captor Clear Card. Yeah, one of two. I believe Tina's also the voice of LaFan, I think it is. Yes, I think so. That's our current slime. Aaron. Yes, another one. Welcome to Mystical Aramacon is Elizabetta. Yeah. The woman who basically is she's like the very tall woman in the class. That one. Both free as Syrup. And she's also the ADR director. Look it up. It's basically one who charges the show. Quintessa Gutabas as Tabaki. And that's it. Yep. Now, as for that's going to be quite interesting. As for Kane's father, he's voiced by Jim Farter, who does a pretty good job for his 2 episodes he's in. Yep, so they introduce all the characters. They have basically like where he gets rid of all these magic because he's interested in magic. So he spends the next 2 years reading up all about magic and goes to his blessing, where he meets the gods. Zome, the god of creation. Rim, the goddess of death and rebirth. By the way, Zome was voiced by Pale Pattersons, who is the voice of Kenny Ackerman from Attack on Titan. And those of you DBZ fans, it's the voice of Nappa. Yes, seriously. The voice of Nappa is also the god of creation. Yes, as in Vegeta's big beefy bodyguard. The one who Vegeta had to kill because he was an idiot. Yeah, he's also Roland from Black Clover. Let's see. He is Leonard Burns from Fire Force. He was in some episodes of Fairy Tail. He was a handful of characters in One Piece. He's Zaba, Philip, Jesus Bard, another member of Blackbeard's crew. That's interesting. Come with Jabra. Overlord, he's the voice of Nugun Grid Lun. The Flying Dutchman from Soul Eater. Renji Yemo from Tokyo Ghoul. Barbara from Toriko. And that's it. You're thinking, wow, you come across basically an actor who was in some really good anime. Yeah, just by sheer coincidence. Reno, the Goddess of Magic, voiced by Corey Pritt. Matthew David Rudd, voiced of God of War. Grimm, who's the God of Technology, voiced by Mac McGee. Justin Cook is the God of Commerce. Bella, the Goddess of Earth, voiced by Liz Evans. Justin Cook. Yep. I believe he's also the voice of Red Riot from Yep. The voice of Red Riot from My Hero Academia. Another My Hero Academia voice actor. He was also in Dragon Ball as the voice of, get this, Raditz, Cell Jr., Dende, Euboo, Suitboo, Delman, Lion Forge, Panthor, Kainaker, Captain Dark, Tatsuma Ten and Sue, the third movie. Basically the voice of Dende and of course Raditz and Broly. Yep. Tower from Fairy Tail. Nell from Fullmetal's Brotherhood. Yeah, he was in High School DxD as the Tawaji. My Brother is a Mermaid, Dynamite Gaiji. He's the voice of Ulysses. He's the voice of Captain Kidd, One Piece, and Bellamy. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, he's the voice of Jack the Ripper. The guy said, "Oh, I want to cut you." Yeah, he's a great character, Jack the Ripper. He's also the voice of Jargon from Attack on Titan. Yep. So he goes his blessing, meets the gods, and he gets this humongous amount of blessings from like almost a lot of the gods. And then he looks at the blessing, like show his status, because show a little status thing, like, and of course Kane knows it's basically something, a title for his sister. In the manga, it's Obsessor of Kane. In the anime, it's Adorer of Kane. He's like, what's this? Oh, what did you see? Oh, nothing. Yeah, that was so funny. Yep, and he shows up, looks at it, sounds like, oh my gosh, this thing is like over the top. It's like, yeah, he's gone OP, so he hides some of his stats, and his family are basically shocked at this, like, oh my gosh. So basically, because he got his high stats, time for tutor. Yeah, by the way, he also mentioned he wasn't going to venture at his debut party, which, by the way, this actually is a bit of a change from the manga, because basically they have him summon a dragon, basically summoning a creature like a demon, and this is where we're introduced to Paloma, which is a bit strange we're introduced her here, because in the manga she's introduced, we got lost at basically Kane's party. In the anime, it's very brief. The scene itself is like just a few minutes, unlike in the manga, where it's a couple chapters. Maybe they're saved for later. Maybe later. Who knows? So, the next episode, we're introduced to his tutors. Like, oh yeah, time to introduce the tutors. Which, by the way, he first meets them. He jumps on one of them basically and has his face buried in her chest. That being Millie, voiced by Krista Laporte. Now, what series have I seen her in that she's been the voice in? Well, Ralabu from Dragon Ball Super, Laren from Skeleton Knight to the World, Tina from Overlord, and that's it. No, seriously, that's really it. Now, Millie is basically a red hair woman, and Nina is an elf. Yep. Voiced by Kate Bristol. Only 33 years old. Yep, just a few years younger than me. What series she's been in? Oh, she's the voice of Pan from Dragon Ball Z, and the child Pan from GT. My Brother is a Mermaid as a class, or I believe she's also fallen from the main character, so there's one of the many characters who have. Heck, even the female lead's mom basically has attraction to him. Yes, seriously, a married woman who also happened to be the mother of the main character's girl, of his fiance, and she's attracted to him because all ladies are attracted to the main character in My Brother is a Mermaid. It's a funny gag in the series. She's also the voice of Ladot, Bakuro from Black Clover. Shizuku, yes, I believe this is if I remember correctly, Shizuku, I believe, was the swordswoman from the series. Yep, she's a swordswoman who, I'm not going to spoil something related to her because it's quite interesting. Super X Heroes, Milham Saroki, and that's it. Like, okay, interesting. So, they show off basically, like, various magic skills, and of course, then at the battle, it's like they kind of rush to us a bit per se, but they actually made a small change here, because in the manga, basically, he already taken his final permission to leave the mansion to, go outside, to go out the mansion to basically harm monsters. In the anime, he actually showed him getting the permission, which, okay, interesting. I had no problem with this at all. So He goes to the city which happened nearby. His father is the Malgrave, that's his position. They go kill some rabbits, and he goes to the Adventurers Hall to look for more quests. And of course, we go to a scene that is from the manga, where the girls are accosted by 3 drunken adventurers, two of whom are held merely hostage, because in the anime they describe him as D-rank adventure subject or B. And of course he demands that Nina pours him a drink. And she's like, nope, not doing it, I'm busy. So Kane, being the polite gentleman he is, despite landing on top of Mina and burying his face in her chest, which he apparently has got no problem with at all. So he proceeds to flip him over, gets in a fight with him, and throws him out of the building. And the other 2 guys who hold Mina hostage, they get thrown out too, and they're like, oh yeah, he tells them, you should get a spanking for what you did. Yes, that was a line from the series. Tina herself said that. Telling 2 guys, having a 5-year-old boy telling 2 grown men they deserve a spanking. Yes, seriously. That is what Crunchyroll wrote for her, so I'm not blaming Tina for saying that. I'm blaming Crunchyroll for that line. Yes. That's how I put the blame on that one. So they get thrown outside, and of course, they eventually have like this little bit. They had the first time skip. Actually, second one in just 2 episodes. We were having time. First was 2 years, and then it's 3 years this time. Which, okay, this is not the fault of the anime. This is the fault of the source material for having a time skip. It's the first of like several time skips. Eventually, we reached 12. That's when he finally stopped having time skips for a bit. So he completes basically his training. So he proceeds to give him 2 gifts. Like, they mentioned also they want to get magical bags, very expensive ones. That's what they money for. So, he proceeds to go to the monster forest and kills a blood ogre and an earth dragon to make their, like, the blood ogre because, well, Mina's hair is red and Millie's hair is red and Nina's hair is green. So, kills those 2 and, of course, make the bags. They cut out basically the fact these things can actually hold, like, a certain amount, which is more what the one they wanted. And they keep in here, like, if anybody does try to take them from them, there's a safe device in them to allow, anything inside be much more heavy than the action bag itself. Which, okay, I'm glad they kept that in. I thought it was kind of weird they kind of the explanation of how many meters it's supposed to hold. Because I think in the manga they mentioned the ones they wanted can hold 5 meters. Well, this one can hold 30. Okay, so then as a thank you for giving these wonderful gifts, the 2 beautiful women give him a kiss on the cheek, which is the first thing was in it. And then they go off. And then at the end of the episode, he's being scolded by his father for leaving a towel behind and causing a lot of ruckus. Where supposedly that, make you believe, mistakenly make people believe there was a monster attack even though there really wasn't. But yeah, 2 really good episodes. Love them. I'm going to do 2 more and then it's on to Dr. Stone. Okay? So, bye.